Okay, here's a short video I'm going to make about the new tax that's going to hit us with TPSOs, which means third-party settlement organizations like PayPal, other organizations that flashlight enthusiasts or other hobbyists might use to buy and sell. So a lot of people are kind of confused on exactly what it means, and I wanted to just cover two things really quickly. What it really means to you and what you can do to kind of minimize your losses come tax season for 2022. So this isn't going to happen this year, right? This year's in April, taxes will be for the last year, which this law wasn't in effect then. So basically what the law is saying, what's changing is previously, if you made less than $20,000 in a TPSO, a single one, like PayPal, right? PayPal is a third-party settlement organization. If you made less than 20 grand, they wouldn't even report it. Now it's been changed to be a much lower number. It's now 600. Now, first, let me just cut to the chase and tell you why they're doing this. It's not to get us. That's not why they're doing this. They're doing this for gig economy workers, okay? All the Luber, there we go. All the Uber and Lyft organizations. Wow, that was really Freudian of me. The Lubers. The Lubers, they're getting paid through some of these TPSOs, and they're making a fair amount of money that's going untaxed. So that's why they changed the law. Now, this is why you don't have to freak out. Okay, people are saying, "Oh my gosh, I've got this really expensive custom flashlight. It's $1,000, and if I sell it over PayPal, friends and family, then it's not part of this law," which is true. But if I do it goods and services, then it counts to the total, it'll be reported, I have to pay taxes on it. People are worried about this. Here's why you don't have to be worried, okay? Bloomberg breaks it down right here. Where is it? Right here, okay. I'm just gonna highlight this paragraph. So what they're talking about in this paragraph is that in this example, anything that's over $600 will get reported to the IRS, okay? But when you do your taxes, you're the one that's responsible for explaining what your actual taxable gain, your profit minus your costs. So for example, let's say you're a model train collector and you've collected $5,000 worth of train parts. Okay, you put them all together, then you sell it on eBay for $8,000. Well, the marketplace is going to take $800 in fees. 10% sounds really high, but let's just say that happens. Then it costs you another $200 in postage to properly, package it up, make sure it's safe, insurance, all that kind of stuff. So you're only making $2,000 profit at the end from that $8,000. So the TPSO will report $8,000 to the IRS in gross. And you respond and say, I made $2,000. And $2,000 is this term taxable gain. That's what they're going to tax you on. So let me put it this way. I buy a new flashlight, real expensive one, $500. I turn around, sell it on some buy-sell trade thread, but I don't sell it for that much. I sell it for less because it's used, I scratched it, whatever. So all of a sudden, there's no taxable gain. So even though this might go to the IRS, I just at the end of the year say, I didn't make anything. And then there's no taxes. Now, the trick here, though, is that you are going to need to keep records to prove that you had no gain or what the gain was. And so now let's enter our second part of the video. I'm going to try and keep this window really small and weird here so you don't see any of my personal information. But in PayPal, I want to show you a little area here, and this is what you should start doing. Just download this, and this way you can report to the IRS that you have little or no gain, and then if they audit you, you've got the data. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Activity here, click on Activity, and in the Activity tab here, there's going to be this button that says Statements. And if you click on that, here we go, you can select the last 3 years worth of statements and download them as PDFs, okay? Let me come down a little bit. Let's see here. I'm trying not to show my info too much. Okay, see, I'm on tax documents. Okay, so go down, go to all transactions. Here we go. And then there's the years I was talking about. 2021, you can download it. 22, 21, and 20. That's what's available, 3 years. But this is what I want to point out, is at the top here, this blue link says custom statement. If you click on that, then you can build a custom statement. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. Okay, on the left here, you're going to say activity download. So custom statement, activity download. Then up here, you're going to change balance type to all transactions, date range, and what I found is, okie dokie. All right, so I guess there's nothing really too personal in here, so this should be all right. But down here, you can set up a date range, and I'm going to leave it as, January 31st of 2022. But then what I noticed is the furthest back I could go was January 1st of 2016. So if you do that and click off it, you'll notice it says 2016 to there. You say create a report, and then down here, a report will be in progress. And then after a few minutes, there'll be a download link. So January 1st of 2016 was the furthest back I could go. If you go to 2015 something, it wasn't working for me. But I went ahead and downloaded that. So now I have all of my information. And this definitely goes back before I started getting into flashlights. So now I have a good paper trail of what my flashlights cost. And this is really helpful for modders, because I will often buy a flashlight from a vendor like Illumin, and I'll buy the flashlight for like 80 bucks, mod it, sell it for like 105. I don't want to get hit for 105 for taxes, because I had overhead. I had to mail this thing. I had to buy the flashlight in the first place. I mean, I'm making like 20 bucks, right? So that's what this is good for. This will prove all that. All right, hope you find that interesting and useful, and I'll see you on the next video.